Hello and welcome to the channel. This is part 2 of the introduction to my garden video, where I show the layout of my garden and the crops I have growing. This is the top part of my front yard garden. The lower parts I already covered it in part 1. This particular part of the garden was planted from about 2 weeks before this video was taken. This video, as you can see, shows the state of the garden on the 25th of September. And as you'll see as we go through the garden, the fact that some parts have not yet germinated while others have, and the growth rate is also not the same. This is due to the fact that I grow the garden over a period of maybe a week or so, and so I plant a little portion each day until I finish the entire area. So the process might take a week, which slightly affects the growth rate of the plants. So they don't grow at the same growth rate. Okay, and in this garden here, we have beans, pumpkins, peanuts, and corn. And what I do is pre-sprout them before planting them in the ground, which speeds up the germination process. Okay, and I dig a hole and throw in the beans, the pumpkins, and the corn, and dig the next hole. I put in the peanuts, because I don't want them to disturb the other crops, the roots of the other crops, when I pull them out. This is my first time growing peanuts, so I really just wasn't sure of the harvesting time, so I wasn't sure whether they will mature after the other crops were done producing or not. Okay, and as you can see, I did a lot of mulching here in this area. This was partly due to the fact that on this property I don't have tap or running water. I don't have an irrigation system or a sprinkler, and I don't even have a hose pipe. Like, even if I had, I don't know how I would use it here. And it hadn't rained when I started growing this particular garden. We had just gotten out of winter, and it started like it rained around the 15th of October. And like I said, the garden was like, I started growing the garden on the 9th of September. And to deal with this drought issue, what I do is I mulched after planting, and on the property here there is a pond where I fetch water. So I do a manual watering. I fetch water from the pond and using like 2 buckets. So mulching helps to keep the area wet for at least maybe around 2 days. Then I water on the 3rd day. Okay, and the fact that I plant my seeds in holes helps to keep the water from running off when I water. And I just fill up the holes, and then they stay wet for about 3 days. And so even in the blistering heat of the sun, due to the mulch, the crops will be able to germinate and survive. And the corn didn't germinate evenly, even though I used the strategy of pre-sprouting the seeds. I guess maybe it was because of the heat. I just left it as it is so as to not affect my harvesting time. By the 12th of October, the garden looked very lush. Mind you, it still hadn't rained. It only rained for the first time on the 15th of October. And you can see the difference a little rain has on crops. Like on the on the 25th of October, the garden looked much rejuvenated, and I had also gotten some reprieve from watering at least for a few days. And the beans are already flowering, and there are a few small beans. In a few days, I was ready to harvest. I was ready to start harvesting the green beans. And there is also a lot of small pumpkins. I'm happy with the growth at this point. And as you can see, the corn looks like it's been eaten the leaves. There was a goat that only ate my corn, but the garden still looks perfectly fine. Guys, thanks so much for watching the video, and the next video that I'm going to be doing is the update of the whole garden. Like I said, I'm gardening on 3 portions inside the property, so I'm just going to be doing an overall update of the whole garden, so you'll get to see all the portions on that update. So it's going to be the November garden update that will show everything that is going on, what is growing on the whole property in November. Okay, thank you so much guys for watching, and like the video, and please subscribe to my channel. Until next time.